Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Zone Coverage Podcast. My name is Ben Palmer, and the NBA draft lottery was on last night. Pretty crazy stuff went down. New York didn't get the number one pick, which I was shocked by. I honestly thought that the NBA would have rigged that so hard. The amount of jerseys they would have sold a Zion Williamson New York Knicks jersey. I honestly thought when the Lakers didn't get the 5th pick, and they got 4th, but I thought they were going to go number 1. I thought there's no way that I just thought they were going to go number 1. I was about to be shocked. Pelicans ended up getting number 1 pick. That's good for them. I don't think Davis is going to stay still. I still don't think Davis is going to stay. I would be very surprised if Davis stayed. If Davis, I don't think they're going to do it. He's not going to stay. They're going to sit down with him, according to David Griffin. They're going to sit down with him and discuss if he wants to stay or not with this new pick of Zion Williamson. Even though they might not get him still, they still might not get Zion Williamson. He could probably go back to Duke, to be honest with you. Could definitely go back to Duke. That's an option for him. He can still drop out of this. And then that leaves Ja Morant as the number 1 pick. He could pair with Anthony Davis. Last night was crazy. No one's talking about that Warriors versus Trailblazers game yesterday. All on ESPN. Everyone's talking about the draft. Not the draft, the lottery. That game was very boring, I won't lie. Looked like the Warriors had it for the whole time. There was no point in that game where I was like, yep, Portland can win this. I had Warriors in 5. I didn't think that Portland stood a chance, to be honest with you. I didn't think they were going to get 2 games off the Warriors. Kidding me, right? Portland's a good team, but they got eliminated in the first round against New Orleans last year. And he made the conference run. They played well, great in the first 2 rounds, but it's the Golden State Warriors. Houston couldn't beat them. I'm going to throw out a few trade scenarios that could happen with these picks. You could trade Davis to New York. Yeah, you could trade Davis to New York, say they get the 3rd pick, and then they pick Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett. New Orleans picks both of them. That would be pretty cool. They're reuniting again. Another one for Anthony Davis could get the Lakers pick. Lakers also to pair point guard with Zion Williamson. Or one that I thought was interesting, because there was a lot of talk about Ben Simmons being traded to the Lakers for LeBron James, which I thought was ridiculous. There's no way he's being traded for LeBron James. No one's going to think that's even a possibility. But Ben Simmons for Anthony Davis gives Zion Williamson great playmaking point guard, but the problem with that is they need to surround them with absolute shooters and no one else. I think they might, if they did do that, they might put Drew Holiday to the bench for, they might sign JJ Redick as well in free agency, get some nice shooters in there to pair with Ben Simmons and Zion. Hasn't happened yet, obviously, but that could happen. That's a possibility. Ben Simmons for Anthony Davis, and that would put probably the best big man duo in the league, especially if Joel Embiid is healthy. 76ers are instantly title contenders. Last night, I haven't done a podcast since the Raptors-Sixers game. I don't really like talking about that shot. That scarred me for life. I don't want to talk about that. That was crazy. Portland versus Denver. That was a good game. Denver, they had a great season. I honestly thought Denver was going to win. I didn't see Portland winning. I wanted Portland to win because I thought they stood... I didn't think they... I thought it was the opposite, but I think Portland's a more fun team to watch. But I thought Denver definitely stood a chance against Golden State more than Denver did. Tonight's game, Toronto versus Milwaukee. This will be the most exciting matchup by far. Not team matchup, but player matchup. I pray that the Bucks put Giannis on Kawhi. He's the only one that can limit Kawhi from scoring at all. Kawhi, I assume, is going to be on Giannis, but I just don't feel like Giannis is too tall for Kawhi. I just feel like he's way too tall for Kawhi. I have Bucks winning in this series. I don't see Toronto. I watched almost every single minute of the Toronto Philly series. No one else is good on the Raptors. I'm sorry. Pascal Siakam, yeah, he is definitely their second best player. But besides that, no one else is good on that team, honestly. Gasol, good defender. Larry, so inconsistent, it's ridiculous. No, he passes up the most wide open shots. Danny Green was awful in the Toronto Philly series. Yeah, Kawhi is absolutely insane, but Milwaukee is just so deep. They've got like 5 guys that are over 10 points in the playoffs. Toronto's got 2 with Siakam and Kawhi. I think Larry might be 10 as well. Larry could be over 10. I'm pretty sure Larry's over 10. If he's not, that's really disappointing. Yeah, I don't see Toronto even having a chance or Portland having a chance in these series. They're so much deeper. There's no way they have a chance of winning the series. Talk about the draft lottery last night. Wow, it was so crazy. Memphis, I thought that was the worst scenario. If there was a scenario worse for Zion to go to, it was probably Memphis. New Orleans would be pretty far. I thought New Orleans was... I wanted him to go to either New York or LA. Because the marketing there would be insane. The NBA would get so much money. The tickets, seriously, they would sell everything. Yeah, that was number 2, Memphis, who will probably pick... They could pick... I know everyone's talking about how they're going to pick Ja Morant, but I do think they could pick RJ Barrett. They could pick RJ for the fact that they already have Mike Conley. He's on a contract. They got Jonas Valanciunas at center. RJ Barrett would be a good playmaking small forward for him. He can create his own shot. I reckon he would be the best fit for Memphis. I know people like talking stupid. Because if RJ Barrett didn't go to Duke, let's just say he didn't go to Duke, I reckon he would definitely be the number 2 pick. I reckon he would have had a way better season than he did with Zion on his team, just because of the fact that Duke became so surrounded that everyone just like shooting 3-pointers around Zion. I just thought that RJ didn't have a chance to really prove himself. Everyone was so focused on Zion. Cam Reddish could be a good pick for the Lakers. I reckon he's just another Brandon Ingram, to be honest with you. He's pretty athletic. He didn't those Duke guys. They didn't really have a chance to prove themselves. The only one that proved himself was obviously Zion, but they were in Zion's shadow the whole season. If they went to other teams, I guarantee they would probably both be top 5. But Cam Reddish is probably going to go like 10th or something. Probably going to go to a team like Minnesota. No one's talking about Bol. I reckon he can go in the lottery. He could go to Brooklyn. That was where everyone was predicting him to go. I reckon Bol would be a good fit on the Lakers. My only one that thinks that, I reckon he could be a good fit on the Lakers, but I do think the Lakers are going to trade that number 4 pick. I assume they're going to trade it for someone good, someone that they can surround LeBron James with, someone that wants to be traded like an Anthony Davis, or someone that needs to get off a team, maybe like a Ben Simmons. I don't know, Russell Westbrook maybe. No, just someone like that. But yeah, that was crazy night. Draft lottery, insane. Lakers got all the way down to fourth. That's ridiculous. I thought they were going to be so... I thought they were going to be like 11th. Everyone assumed they were just going to be 11th, but they got fourth. Lucky. That's going to be it for this podcast. I'll probably do one over the next couple days, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.